Hi, everyone. This is Queenie Clem with Queenie's Book Talk and Reviews, and I am your literary ambassador. And today I have Isiko Cooks on my channel today. Welcome. How are you?
Hi, Queenie. How you doing? I'm good. Thank you. Thank you for having me.
You're welcome. Now tell us about yourself.
My name is Isiko Cooks. I am president of Peter Mac Presents, LLC, a literary company that I started in 2009. I've been writing for 10 years now, and I've had 4 publishing contracts, 1 PEN America Book Prize, and 4 memoirs, 22 novels. I'm most commonly known as Peter Mac. I write under Peter Mac for 22 novels, and I have 4 memoirs written as Isiko Cooks.
Okay. So what is your...
And I'm from Los Angeles, California.
Mm-hmm. What is your genre?
You know what? I've been asked that before, and I don't think that I think it's genreless, and I've been told that it's lifestyle fiction. I believe that the sex, violence, money, and murder is just a hook for a larger narrative. Most of my novels have a larger theme about life, relationships, love, finding security, and what we will do to help our vision to manifest itself. So, I've been classified as urban fiction, erotic fiction, contemporary fiction, but I think it includes a little bit of all of that.
Okay. Do you use an outline or you just write?
I create an outline with bullet points, and but usually the outline, by the time I get to the third act, which might represent the last 9 chapters of 27 or the last 18 or 40 or something like that, it changes. So the outline is a rough draft, and but it's beneficial though. Yeah, I use an outline.
Where do you get your ideas from?
Well, in my first novel, it had different characters in it, and I feel like each character has their own story to tell. So when I'm writing one novel, there might be a storyline that I wanted to explore from a sub character, and in the next book, I'll highlight that character. So as a consequence, 25 books later, all the characters are family and they are related, but they all have their own storylines. So if I want to talk about divorce, I'll have Milo's sister get married and divorced and be in an abusive relationship. If I want to talk about child abuse, I'll create a scenario where a child is in a foster home and being abused. So usually the topics come from everyday life experiences, and I insert them into a larger narrative.
Okay. What is your inspiration behind your book covers?
Behind my books?
Book covers.
Oh, my inspiration. You know what? My latest book covers are inspired by a photographer I know named Maria Vargas. I saw her on Facebook, and she used to have these very seductive covers that had, 1,000 words to them, and they were very sexy. And she inspired my new approach with my covers. So if you notice my first 10 covers, they might be kind of rough and, kind of experimental. But my last 10 covers, Renee Luke is someone who I've been working with, and she understands my vision, and she's been really finding these expressive covers that say what the story is about. So, kudos to Maria Vargas and Renee Luke for matching up and helping me realize how represent my writing really.
Okay. What made you want to become an author?
Shit. I was arrested for trafficking narcotics, and I was in solitude for like 7 months, and I just prayed. I got on my knees and prayed, that my life be changed, that I find something that I can enjoy the lifestyle that I was used to, and have even greater resources. And so right after that prayer in solitude, where I had nothing but underwear and some paper sandals, I started having dreams, and in my dreams, I dreamt my first book. Thank you. All right, got you. So I had a security check. I'm in prison in case you didn't know, and I just got a security check to let me know that the yard cop is in the building. But don't worry, I got
Okay.
you. So so yeah, so um, I'm sorry. Repeat the question.
What made you want to become an author?
Oh, right. Yeah. So I prayed. I just had to get off the block and stop telling drugs and try to do something new. And I started having dreams. I wake up in the middle of the night, write down my dreams. I got out the hole, got out of solitary confinement, and start and typed up what I had written in the hole,
Mm-hmm.
and start sending it out to different publishers: Terry Woods, Wahida Clark, Vicky Stringer, all of them. So I've been in relationships with all of these people and have written books for George Deja King. So and this started way back then, and got a deal, and I've been writing ever since.
Now, how many books have you published so far?
25.
25. Okay, now let's talk about your books.
Okay. Okay.
Go ahead, tell us
You want me?
about your
Okay.
books.
Well,
Yeah.
um, as it has been come to know, like all of my characters are related by a sense of loyalty and a mantra to live rich and die ready. And if you've read any one or a sequence of my books, you will recognize similar characters. A feel for it. It represents the West Coast lifestyle, from LA to the Bay. And I think that's what a lot of people appreciate about my novels is that it speaks in their voice, and it also speaks in an international voice.
Mhm.
The themes are everyday. The themes are most people know someone in my books. It's everyday life, and you can find yourself in everyday life getting caught up in extraordinary circumstances. But more, it's a
Mhm.
demonstration of loyalty between family and brothers and finding love and security in the same person.
Okay. And you want to talk about your newest book?
My newest book, Powder, is a culmination of all of my works. So, uh, Ayana is back with who was the reader favorite. Prada is back, who stole her previous book, Ayana, The Return, that she appeared in. So Prada is back. The Reverend Matthias Lovejoy is back from my A Neighborly Affair series. Dimp is back from Apple Bottoms and Cream. Brenda is back from Brenda Barely Legal. So we have some familiar characters who are back to help Ayana and save the Black Revolutionary Underground. So it's one of those books that if you have read any one of my books, this is the one that you want to get. It's a reward for all my loyal readers who wanted to see their favorite characters come back and have, and it is a resolution of all those novels where characters return. It's a resolution of their stories as well. So if you were looking to part twos or the closure of any book that you've read, it's going to be in Powder.
Oh, okay. What made you start your own publishing company?
Just to have more control.
Mm-hmm.
Like the late Nipsey Hussle said, of which this book is dedicated to the memory of Nipsey Hussle. Powder opens with his murder, and his vision of vertical integration in business is evident with his business relationship with the fictional characters in Black Revolutionary Underground. So, and his story is prevalent in the news clippings that we see in the background throughout the novel. And we represent what he represented it with his, which is the vertical integration of from distributorship to retail to sales outlets and distribution to being totally 360 and whole, so that you get all the profits, all the rewards, and all the net gains. And that's why I wanted to start my own publishing company. After I learned the game, I signed with Lockdown Publication. I saw how he was running his business. I thought I could do better for myself, and I started. That's when we formed Peter Presents LLC, and it's all been all money in ever since.
Okay. Is there any author that influenced you in any way growing up or as an adult now?
Walter Mosley is my mentor. No one would classify Walter Mosley as an urban fiction writer, but he is in the city. He is in our areas. He is telling our stories, and I pattern myself. If I do 1% of what most Walter Mosley has done and what he represents in writing, then I've done my duty. That's my guy.
Okay. What do you consider to be your best accomplishment thus far?
Just changing my life and being able to manifest the vision that I set out for myself, and get off the block. So I found my vision, I found my voice, and me and my dad was talking about this morning. you don't know if the chicken came before the egg. I don't know if prison made me or I made prison. You know what I mean? So I'm sure if I were free for these last 7, 8, 9, 10 years, maybe I would have found a different voice. But somehow, you put the fire, you put the steel in the fire and it's gonna come back hot. And I was able to change my life in the process. So that's my greatest accomplishment with writing. It saved my life, literally.
Okay. What inspires you to write?
Continue to manifest, knowing that it all works. When you know it is to believe, when you know what it is to be and live what you aspire to. I've been manifesting my dreams ever since I made that prayer. So I know that there's bigger stuff to come. There are more dreams to manifest and to realize. So I know the power of belief. So I'm inspired by that, and I know that there's a lot more because I believe in more. So all I got to do is do the work, and I earn the perks. So we struggle and we strive and we claim our reward inside the struggle.
Amen. How do you feel about reviews?
About reviews?
Yes.
I love reviews. I love reviews. Even the negative ones. That everybody's not going to get me. I remember I didn't act so good to a negative review to these ladies, and I felt like they just didn't get my flow in licks, and they kind of give me a bad review. So I challenged their intellect, and we had kind of like a social media spat, and I regret that. But it did teach me that but it did teach me that to respect everybody's review, and everybody's not going to get every story. So I don't get very many bad reviews, but and I look forward to reviews. I learn from reviews now. Um, so reviewers got me to want to field test my novels first. So when I field test my novels first and they say it starts slow, then that's a great review. I don't want to get to the end of the road and somebody say it was kind of slow, so it's on me. I take it as an instruction, a bad review.
Okay. Um, what has been the hardest thing about writing a book?
There are no hard things about writing a book. The hardest part for me is putting a summary together. So I've gotten better at that, but there are no hard things. I take the struggle is the reward. Without struggle, there's no reward. So I find reward in writing, and I gain something every time.
What is your role in the writing community?
Well, I came to restore love and respect to the art of creative fiction, and I think I've been able to do that. When I approach a publisher or when I am approached by other writers, we talk about how we want to pay homage to Donald Goins and the greats. We want to pay homage to great literature, James Joyce, James Baldwin, Fyodor Dostoevsky, Gatsby, the Black authors, Richard Wright. We want to pay homage to them by producing something that is edutainment, as KRS-One would say. We want you to. I say we because I don't like to take personal credit. You know what I mean? But so we want to give you something that's holistic and that's also entertaining and real, something that you can feel good about, and people that live on with you. I've been told that they live on with the characters, they identify with them, they share some of their same struggles and their pain and their vision for life. So we try to manifest what people really live and work daily for in their daily lives onto the fictional page, so that they can objectively look at their situation and maybe learn something from it.
Okay. What projects are you working on right now?
I'm working on a sequel to Filthy, my memoir that won the PEN America Book Prize. Filthy was my 1984 summer where I learned how to sell dope, and it kind of changed the course of my life. Filthy 2 is going to be that next summer, 1985, when I start traveling out of town and introducing neighborhoods to crack cocaine and the change that occurred in my life in 1985 in Los Angeles. So I'm working on Filthy 2 at the moment. See how that does.
Okay. How can readers get in touch with you?
Just go to my website, petermacpresents.com. It has all my social media links there, interviews, reviews, books, Amazon links, bio, pictures, my signature, Peter Mac apparel. Everything is there. And you have my email. You can contact me at isiko.raymond@gmail.com. All those links are at petermacpresents.com.
Okay. Is there anything you would like to add before we close?
Live Rich, Die Ready. That is explained in this last novel, Powder. A lot of, if you've read one Peter Mac novel, you get closure in Powder. And Powder is also a standalone novel. It reunites Ayana and Prada from Ayana's book, The Return. And it's a sweet read. Go get Powder. Go get Prison. Life, Love, Loss, my memoir. And thank you, Queenie, for having me. I appreciate you.
Thank you. And this is Queenie's Book Talk and Reviews. Happy reading. Bye, y'all.